I went back to the school the other day and the children were shown a movie that I can only assume was concocted from a depressed, drug-induced dream after a series of weird, terrifying events. Then I read the book. Sending my technical report now. The Wonderful Wizard of Oz is a fictional book that was adapted into a very different movie. Most of the characters are the same, and some of the plot is the same, but the creators of the movie cut out a good third of the book and made it a lot more, kid-friendly? Yeah, they dumbed it down a lot for people who might not be able to handle the content in the book. While I normally disagree with the way humans twist concepts and water down details for children or the general public, I don't really see how it would have made much of a difference to leave everything in, except for making the movie a little scarier and a lot longer. So I'm going to do something a little different. I'm going to sum up the story and tell you which parts were kept and changed in the movie. One thing you should know, the movie's a musical. That means that every so often, the characters break into song and dance for no apparent reason. F***ing humans. Dorothy, a young girl from the American state of Kansas, hates her life and wishes for something better. In song. Somewhere over the rainbow. Yeah, I'm not doing that. Then, her family's farm is hit with a tornado. Somehow this doesn't tear the house apart. Instead, it picks it up and deposits it in a field of the fictional land of Oz, on top of a witch. A witch is apparently a person, usually female and usually depicted as wicked or evil, who uses techniques beyond everyone else's understanding, usually called magic, to obtain things they want or need, and to punish those around them for their bigotry. Got it? Good. So having survived in a house that fell who knows how far and crushed a witch, Dorothy steps out to find herself surrounded by small people called Munchkins. Munchkins in the movie were played by humans that have a similar conditions as short lumos. But instead of calling them short humans, they have like 3 or 4 different names for them. They dressed in bright colors and talked very whimsically. However, in the book, they were a little more terrifying and creepy. And they only wore blue. They explained that the witch was the Witch of the East, and that she was evil, and ruled over them rather cruelly. This suggests that Oz is a continent, because if Oz was another planet, there would be no East or West. They hail Dorothy as a hero for killing the witch, and won't really listen to reason when she tries to tell them it was an accident. Soon, a good witch named Glinda, the Witch of the North, shows up, and gives Dorothy the dead witch's shoes, red in the movie and silver in the book. She tells her to go to the Emerald City and ask the residing wizard, what people typically call a male witch, to help her get home. The directions are easy. Follow the yellow brick road. Apparently, there aren't any junctions or forks in Oz. Just one street. Actually, in the movie, there was a red brick road that spirals out from the same spot as the yellow one. Where does that one go? I want to know. Instead, Dorothy follows the yellow road and soon comes across a scarecrow. A scarecrow is a figure of a human, often made out of old clothes, scraps of fabric, and stuffed with hay or straw. They are used in farms to scare crows and other birds away from crops. Crows. A big black bird. Somehow, this scarecrow talks. Not only talks, but has an inferiority complex because he doesn't have a brain. Who does he feel inferior to? Other scarecrows? They can't talk. He's a fucking miracle and he's got low self-esteem? Oh, and in the book, he's got a crush on Dorothy. Ew. Okay, well, Dorothy convinces the Scarecrow to go with her and see the wizard, because getting her home isn't enough to ask of a total stranger. Let's have him perform inanimate object brain surgery, too. After that, the two come across a man made of tin, a common earth metal. He's rusted stiff and unable to move. They get him some lube, restore his mobility, and he thanks them. A man made of tin. A man made of tin? A robot? No, apparently this is just some guy made entirely out of prosthetics. Do you know what it would take to accomplish that? The illustrations in the book did not represent it well. This is probably what it would take. He laments that he doesn't have a heart, so he can't feel emotion. He feels bad about not feeling emotion. Let me restate that. He has negative emotions over his self-conceived lack of emotion. Apparently, he needs a brain too. Dorothy offers the wizard's help again, and the three tread deeper into insanity. In the forest, they meet a lion. Lions are large animals related to cats. They usually live in African plains or jungles, but here he is in the forest. The lion is a coward and tells them his major malfunction is lack of courage. So Dorothy and the others figure, hey, this wizard guy's giving out free miracles, according to this demented little girl, and he can give the lion courage as well. So they head out again to ask a complete stranger for a ride home, 2 brains, and some balls. This is really where the movie and the book part ways. In the movie, there's only one real stop before the Emerald City. In the book, quite a bit more happens. The book tells more stories of the 3 dysfunctional sidekicks overcoming their disabilities and fears to help Dorothy along the way, including fighting tiger bears, getting over a river in a gorge via Lionback, and getting around a narrow bit of the yellow brick road. Eventually, they come to a field of somehow poisonous poppies, a flower, and in the movie, Glinda, the North Witch, makes it snow to negate the pollen, I guess. And in the book, the Scarecrow and Tin Man, being much less useless than in the movie, carry Dorothy out, while the lion is carried out by mice, as thanks for a heroic act earlier by the Tin Man. So they finally get to the Emerald City. In the movie, it's all green. Everyone wears green, and everything is green. In the book, it's not all green. But the wizard, turning out to be a fraud, makes everyone wear green-tinted glasses to make everything look green. I guess they never heard of peripheral vision in Oz. They go in to meet the wizard. In the movie, they all go in together, and the wizard appears to them as a giant floating head. In the book, they go in one at a time, and only Dorothy sees the head. The Scarecrow sees a beautiful woman, which is weird since everyone's been calling the wizard a him this whole time. Brains don't do much good when you're thinking with your straw-filled penis, Scarecrow. The Tin Man sees a terrifying beast. See? I drew a Frenurgle. And the lion sees a ball of fire. I'm not drawing a ball of fire. You know what that looks like. The wizard makes them wait many days in the book, but sends them out to kill the Witch of the West in both versions. In the movie, they make it there rather quickly. In the book, it takes a little more time. The witch sends an onslaught of obstacles at them, and sends flying monkeys to kidnap them. Humans and monkeys are both primates. That's right. These are related to these. I'm pretty sure flying monkeys are fictional. Dorothy dumps water on the witch and she melts. Seriously, even Lumog gets fog. Oz is supposedly on Earth and is home of many plants and animals that thrive with water and moisture. So what, does she wear a coat of sealant to protect against mist and humidity? After that, they go back to the wizard who tries to put them off, and Dorothy's dog, sorry, he's been with the gang the whole time, accidentally reveals the wizard to be just some dude from the American state of Omaha, who got lost in a hot air balloon and wound up in Oz, then tricked everyone into thinking he was a wizard and ruled the Emerald City with fear and fraud. Nice guy. He presents each of the 3 freaks with a physical token for their smarts, compassion, and bravery. Basically telling them all they needed to do was believe in themselves, and agrees to take Dorothy home in a balloon. This is where the movie ends. The balloon takes off and Dorothy is accidentally left behind, so the North Witch comes back and tells her to click her shoes together and ask to go home. This delivers her back into Kansas, and it looks like the whole thing was a dream. In the book, however, they have to walk to Glinda's home just to get her help, and the reader follows them on that adventure as well. They come across fighting trees, something that was displaced in the movie to coincide with the meeting of the Tin Man. They cross a tiny China country. China, in addition to actually being a country on Earth, is a descriptive term for delicate pottery made of clay. There are people and animals, and the whole country in the book is made out of China. These people are able to bend their limbs and run around, and are somehow breakable. And there is a lot of tiny tea party carnage as the team plods through their home. Then they have to get over a mountain and around hammerheads. These weird guys with extendable necks who delight in knocking you off their mountain. How do these harmless fuckers even get dressed? And how nice do you have to look to knock people off a mountain all damn day? Anyway, in the end, they find Glinda. The Scarecrow is made the ruler of Emerald City in the wizard's stead. Because that's who you want to leave in charge, huh? A horny pedophile Scarecrow who's been convinced he's been made smart with a magic trinket? Yeah. The Tin Man is made the leader of the West in the Witch's place, and the Lion becomes the leader of the Woods for slaying a spider. Dorothy gets home, again with her shoes, but it's left open as if it all actually happened. It's a real strange concept, and people who have only seen the movie are in for a shock if they ever read the book. I guess I gravitated toward this because before I watched the movie, I was almost ready to give up. I was hiding in the classroom closet and was about to jump out and announce my presence when the teacher put the movie on. A girl, a human girl, got stuck in a strange place and had to go through a series of serious ordeals to get home. I know how she feels. Lumog, I just want to go home. Earth is my Oz, and...
Jhumwox. Can you hear me?
And I'll do whatever...
Can you hear me? Jhumwox.
What the hell? I'm just trying to... Oh, shit. I went back. It was... Damn it. Stupid son of a birds. So having survived in a house that fell who knows how far and crushed a witch, crushed